Oh yeah, no, those clouds are not suspicious at all. It's definitely not gonna suddenly flash flood. That would, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, just keep on walking.
Yeah.
Is that the COVID siren or the tornado siren?
Not to be vegan. And now
You already know the dripping bucket's back out. Why are you allowed to be this cute? He looks at you with eyes of love. But not as much as me, though. The eyes of love he looks at me with are more filled with love.
That's fear, not love.
So I'm reading this amazing book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's about the law of attraction and stuff that I've known about for a long time because I've been following YouTubers such as Aaron Dowdy and Infinite Waters and Leora Alexandra, and I've known about the law of attraction and I've done meditation and stuff like that, affirmations, positive psychology for a really long time. But lately in my life, I've kind of fallen off track with the positive thinking and with really living by these things that I've already known. And I feel like this is a really good book that's easy to understand and be a really good reminder and a reboost of my faith in this stuff to, not that I've lost faith, but I just need to get back on track because certain mental health things have gotten me off track. But I just wanted to read some quotes that I wrote down about the first chapter. We are part of a vast, invisible field of energy which contains all possible realities and responds to our thoughts and feelings. The reason why your past efforts failed has more to do with your beliefs about why your life is the way it is than with anything else, including a perceived lack of will, time, courage, or imagination. Focus your attention on what you want instead of continually obsessing about what you don't want and or your problems. Easier said than done, but something that I really need to remind myself and be more conscious of again. Until you break from the way you see your present reality, any change in your life will always be haphazard and transitory. Because everything will always go back to proving your beliefs about yourself and about your reality. If you can imagine a future event in your life based on any one of your personal desires, that reality already exists as a possibility in the quantum field waiting to be observed by you. Aaron Dowdy talks about this a lot. Basically, whatever you desire for your dream life, no matter what it is, there is a parallel reality that already exists in which you have those things, and it's waiting for you to be observed. Waiting for you to observe it. You have to both set the intention and feel the elevated emotions that you would feel if you manifested that thing. You can't just do one or the other. Once that match exists between who we are being / what we are broadcasting and the electromagnetic potential in the field, we will be pulled toward that potential reality, or it will find us. Change your internal environment, the way you think and feel, and then see how the external environment is altered by those efforts. So that's a lot easier said than done too, but it's like, don't go for if then happiness. If I have this, then I will be happy. Like, feel the happiness now, and then the thing will come. Hold a clear intention of what you want, but leave the how details to the unpredictable quantum field. Let it orchestrate an event in your life in a way that is just for you. Surrender, trust, and let go of how a desired event will unfold. I'm pretty good at this. So every new moon, which I actually have one tonight, my mom and I write down our manifestations. We write them in a special notebook. We write them in the present tense. I have blah, 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 and I feel so grateful and happy and blah, blah, blah. We describe the feeling of it. And then we never look at our entry again. Like, I've had the same new moon journal for almost 2 years, and I've never reread any of the month's entries because that's how I let go of it. And I already know like a bunch of stuff that I've written in there has manifested, but I haven't still gone back and read any of it. I'm actually gonna go back through and put check marks on things I manifested once the notebook is actually filled, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. Through studying the law of attraction for about 3 years, I've learned over and over again that obsessing over how something's gonna manifest, or just obsessing about it in general rather than just letting it go, creates resistance and delays. Be grateful before it has occurred. You will have to be so present that your mind no longer vacillates between memories of your past and experiences of a same as usual future. So that's talking about like meditating and visualizing your manifestation and getting the elevated emotion of how you would feel if you had that. And that's not easy to do. I've been meditating regularly for 3 years, and it's not that easy to lose track of your body, your time, to where you're not thinking about the past and you're not thinking about a future that you think is going to go how it's going to go based on how your past went. It takes a lot of practice and just focus, and yeah, I still don't have it down like every single time. Anyway, that's the notes from chapter 1 of Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. But wait, there's more! While I have you here in this place with my journal, I want to read some things I wrote down from this YouTube video by a YouTuber named Breeny Lee. She has a video about stopping comparing yourself to others. I recommend just going and watching that, but if not, I'll just read a couple of the main things, because this is something that I've been majorly struggling with in recent months. Comparison truly is the thief of joy. Nothing good ever comes out of you going on a comparison mission. Every single time you compare yourself, you will always come out the loser. The grass is not greener on the other side. When you compare what you have becomes less. When you don't feel good enough, what is your standard of good enough? What or who is the standard of good enough? Feeling not good enough is because of comparing. And then I wrote down this next part, basically word for word of what Breeny Lee was saying in the video. When I catch myself comparing myself to anybody else, I remember that person is also comparing themselves to somebody else. So then it's a cycle, a rat race of losers, and nobody wins. Because you get so focused on what you don't have, who you are not, that you lose focus of who you are and what you do have. The truth is that somebody will always have more than you have, and if you jump into that competition, you will never get out until the day you die. Somebody will always be prettier, smarter, richer, thicker, thinner, wiser, younger, etc. And that's perfectly okay. And the people that can say that's perfectly okay are not in competition with anybody. She said your best self has to be the standard, not another person, but your best version of yourself has to be the standard. Only be better than who you were yesterday. Only be in competition with your best self. Somebody would kill for the body you currently have while you're striving for a different body. And then she goes into all these tips about how to stop comparing yourself, and I'll let you just go to her video for that. But yeah, those were some amazing takeaways. And honestly, just having this written down and having this in my mind the last several days has been a lifesaver. I just literally love doing chalktivism. I worked really, really hard in high school. I went to college. I dropped out of 2 different colleges. I really, truly tried my best. I had bad experiences at each college. After dropping out of the second one, I was very goal-orientated with my own personal creativity, but I actually found that wasn't bringing me happiness at all. The activities that should be my most passionate activities, that should bring me joy, were actually just bringing me mental and emotional health issues and horrible self-loathing and criticism. So truly all of 2020 so far for me has been putting my holistic health as the focus rather than goals and achievements. That doesn't mean I'm giving up, but there was something very wrong with the system, so I need to stop and fix the system. The system being my mind and how I operate. Every day it's more and more clear to me that happiness does not come from success. There's 4 whole ass shelves of milk that does not come from torture, rape, and mutilation, with the exception of this one. And guys, goat milk is not any less cruel than cow milk. So why would you want to buy the milk that causes baby cows to be murdered if they're boys and cows to be raped when you have this whole section of milk that is not cruel to animals? So I was feeling really in good spirits yesterday and today, and I felt really inspired. I got a surge of energy, and I decided to play guitar and sing a bunch, to the point where my voice is actually really tired. But I don't know, I just feel like I went from feeling really high to feeling really low, because when I listened back to actually the videos of me singing and stuff, I just feel with self-hate almost. And I'm confused sometimes about life, because I just wish that what I was passionate about most and what I was good at were the same thing, but I don't feel like they are. I feel like there's things I'm passionate about, but the things I'm good at are not the things I'm passionate about. But I don't know. I'm just sick of being disgusted with myself and the things I do. I just feel I don't know. That's why I'm I don't even want to have goals anymore. I just want to be happy. I don't want to care about success or being good at something anymore. I just want to be happy. Or is it just all in my head and I'm fine, and I just need to realize that I haven't been practicing and whatever the fuck? Is it just in my head? Do I have a mental problem? I don't fucking know, honestly. I know I have mental problems. I've self-diagnosed myself with things all the time, but I don't actually fucking know for sure.